something, but you have to do it. This is the main point. This is why I say our mind is...
I kind of asked him, I was like, I just don't think it's going to work. And he told me, he's like, the reality is it might not work.
I repeat.
It might not work. And when I heard that, I kind of was like a little bit taken back, because you want to hear from the people that like, he just kind of inspirational year. And that actually shifted something in my mind, because instead of like my goal being that something I can't control happens, like views and people liking my stuff and being able to do all this stuff because of other people, I was able to then shift my focus to maybe this doesn't work, but I can control posting a video like once or twice every month for a year. I can control that. And if my dream is to be a YouTuber, then it requires something I can control, which I can do, and that's posting a video. So when my dad told me that, it really like put my expectations into check, and I was like, probably other people on. It did something. So I just finished editing the video, and I was just watching it, and I just wanted to talk about Frick really quickly. I'm fully sponsored by them. I'm not trying to like hide that fact. But over the last year, it's been hard to stay for myself everybody has to get over. And on about them, but definitely check them out. I'll put a link in the description. I'll try to get a discount code as well. Meditation is hard and everyone thinks I'm doing it right. Technically, I am living out my dream right now. Why so few people in shape? Because going to the gym and sticking to the gym is difficult. Maybe it's a tiny bit easier for some people that like it than others, but for most people, most of the time, it's really, really hard. Thinking about the challenges that you need to face is just a selection criteria. The cost of doing business. Right? This is just the cost of doing business. And now you need to pay. But I forget to look in the past and think, wow, I've literally come so far. I should be proud of myself. I don't feel that way. I don't feel that way at all, which is crazy. All I can see is forward and what I don't have. I just hope that you hear these things that I'm saying and realize, like, your dreams are important and there's something to be gone after. But at the same time, you have to have, like, realistic expectations and realize, like, it takes a lot of hard work. And you just have to, like, when you get to that place that you always wanted to take a moment and be like, man, this is really powerful and this is really great. Because I think a lot of us do get to places we once dreamed of, and instead of looking back and thinking, wow, I've like come really far, we kind of look forward and say like, dang, I'm missing so much and I've had to do so much more work. But yeah, I think if you've made it this far in the video, only about 20% of you will make it this far. And if you are a part of that 20%, I actually just want to say thank you. I want to say thank you because the 20% that have stayed for these videos are the ones that have actually increased the video projection and the algorithm to pump it. So you guys genuinely have changed my life. And I'm so grateful to say that, you know, we're a 20% family. And if you're a part of the 20%, leave a comment, let me know what your dream is, where you want to be 1 year from now. And I'm so excited to make another video 1 year from now and seeing where you guys are and how far you guys have come. So I love you all, and I'll see you in the next one. One sip of coffee, really quickly. Peace.
And I don't think you... I said it before and I'll say it again. Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it.
In this internet dystopia that we call home, I admit I fell into a deep spiral of trying to be consistent.
While dealing with work responsibilities, home life, and even my own needs, I was burning out. Then unexpectedly, I got a cold.
That took me out for 1 week. Then, for the first time ever in my life, I got food poisoning. Oh! All to say, I was able to take a month off from everything. At first, I went through my usual rounds of being depressed and worthless. Altogether, this put me out 2 weeks. But being sick and out of it for 2 weeks, it weirdly enough was the one thing to finally help me get a glimpse of what it's like to be, to exist, to be in the present, to be in the now, without all the nagging anxiety and chatter in my head that I usually deal with.
I was free from it.
It was nice just to slow down. I was able to spend a lot more time with my wife, 3 cats, and just to spend time with myself. You see, the thing is, I've been spending so much of my time living for others. Even my own expectations. I'm just trying to do so many things that I'm not giving myself enough time to just exist. Well, I need to know what I'm saying. Going through life without anxiety is just something that I desire so much. And it's something that I need if I'm going to be able to pursue and be successful at my artistic endeavors. And all I want, my love. I signed up for therapy. Back from just consuming so much social media and being able to actually comprehend what I'm actually looking at. And what am I looking for? Now that's the question. Then I stumbled across this quote from Rick Rubin.
The audience comes last. I'm not making it for them. I'm making it for me. And it turns out that when you make something truly for yourself, you're doing the best thing you possibly can for the audience.
Which I highly recommend his book, The Creative Act, A Way of Being. And I feel like that's the problem on his book, The Creative Act. A way of being. And I feel like that's the problem on social media, for content creators all across the interwebs. We're so focused on
Everything worse. Carl Honore. In a world that moves at breakneck speed, where the tick of the clock dictates our lives and the buzz of technology constantly interrupts our thoughts, it's easy to lose sight of the art of living itself. This is where the philosophy of slow living steps in. a gentle yet powerful reminder that there is more to life than just racing to the finish line. As Carl Honoré, a vocal advocate of the slow movement, eloquently put it, in our rush to do everything faster, we end up doing everything worse. This simple statement encapsulates the essence of slow living, a philosophy that encourages us to break free from the shackles of haste and urgency and embrace a life lived with intention, mindfulness, and a deep appreciation for the present moment. At its core, slow living is not about doing everything at a snail's pace. Rather, it's about finding the right speed to do things with purpose, quality, and a deeper sense of satisfaction. Us to step back. This lifestyle choice is a conscious effort to decelerate the pace of our lives, allowing us to breathe, reflect, and engage more fully with our Lesson 1. Embracing daily rituals. Do not dwell in the past. Do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment. Buddha. This timeless wisdom echoes profoundly in the context of our first exploration in the journey of slow living, embracing daily rituals. Rituals, often perceived as mundane or routine, are in fact powerful tools that can anchor us in the present, providing structure, comfort, and a sense of grounding in our fast-paced lives. In a world where constant change and uncertainty seem to be the only constants, establishing daily rituals becomes an act of self-care and mindfulness. These rituals need not be elaborate. They can be as simple as a morning cup of coffee savored in silence, a short walk in the park, or the nightly routine of reading before bed. The key lies in their regularity and the intention behind them. When we engage in these rituals, we are not just performing tasks, we are consciously creating moments in our day that are ours alone, untouched by the external demands of the world. These rituals serve as anchors, holding us steady in the swirling currents of our busy lives. They give us something to look forward to, a moment of calm in the storm. When we start our day with a ritual, we set the tone for the hours that follow. Similarly, ending our day with a ritual helps us unwind and prepare for restful sleep. In these moments, we find a rare opportunity to pause, reflect, and connect with ourselves. This connection is vital for our mental and emotional well-being, offering a chance to check in with our inner selves, to align our actions with our values, and to find joy in the simplicity of the moment. These daily rituals are not just about self-reflection, they also have the power to transform our perception of time. In a society that values productivity above all else, where every minute is expected to be filled with purpose and achievement, rituals allow us to reclaim time for ourselves. They teach us that not every moment needs to be productive in the conventional sense. Some moments can simply be about being, experiencing the world around us, savoring the sensations of the present, and acknowledging our existence in its fullest form. Creating meaningful routines in our daily life also helps us cultivate a sense of stability and normalcy, especially in times of stress or upheaval. When the world around us feels chaotic and unpredictable, our rituals can be a source of comfort and reliability. They remind us that, despite the ever-changing nature of life, there are still aspects that are within our control, our actions, our thoughts, and how we choose to spend our time. As we integrate these rituals into our lives, we may find that they evolve and change, just as we do. What once brought us peace and joy may no longer resonate in the same way, and that's okay. The beauty of rituals lies in their fluidity. They can be adapted, modified, and reinvented to suit our current needs and circumstances. The important thing is to remain mindful and intentional about them, to recognize their value in our journey towards slow living. Embracing daily rituals is about more than just creating routines. It's about success and happiness. The call for simplicity becomes not just a whisper, but a resonating demand for a return.
Just learn this lesson.
Oh, someday I wish to be only a
Learn
listener.
to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. I have found in my experience that income does not far exceed personal development. Now, sometimes income takes a lucky jump, but sure enough, unless you grow out where it is, it'll usually come back where you are. Life has strange ways. If somebody hands you $1 million, best you become a millionaire quickly, so you get to keep the money. Otherwise, sure enough, it'll disappear. Somebody once said, if you took all the money in the world, divided it up equally among everybody, it would soon all be back in the same pockets. Success is something you attract, not something you pursue. So instead of going after it, you work on yourself. Personal development. Because true happiness is not contained in what you get. Happiness is contained in what you become. Now, if you're excited and you're ready to change, let me give you 3 steps to start life change that can change your life, your personality, your lifestyle. Everything can change. Here's the steps. Number 1, find out how things work. To change your life, really, you need ideas. There isn't anything an idea can't change. And Schoff taught me the major problem is lack of an idea, not a problem. At first I didn't have any money. I said to Mr. Schoff, I don't have any money. He said, that's not a problem. Now see, up until then I always thought it was. Right? I was confused. He said, no, the problem is lack of an idea on how to create money and wealth. It isn't lack of money, it's lack of ideas. So if you get the ideas, see, you can change anything. Now to get ideas, you need a constant study of finding out. If you wish to be successful, study success. If you wish to be happy, study happiness. If you wish to be wealthy, study wealth. Don't leave it to chance. Make it a study. Some people just go through the day with their fingers crossed. See, that won't do it. You've got to study the things that can change your economic, social, spiritual, personal life. Now, Schoff also said, when you find out something that works, put the information in your journal. Don't use your head for a filing cabinet. Put it in your journal so that you can do the next best thing. Repetition, repetition, repetition. Go over it. And if you repeat it, go over it, sure enough, someday, some mysterious day, the idea takes root, starts to grow, and shows up in your bank account, and your dress, and your personality, and your lifestyle. Now, if you're curious, let me give you 3 ways to find out how to change anything. Any life direction, any dimension. Here's 3 ways to find out how to change anything. Number 1 is to read. All of the successful people I know and work with around the world, they're all good readers. Curiosity drives them to read. They gotta know. They just read. Become self-educated. Standard education will get you standard results. And you can check those numbers and see if that's what you want. But if you want to go beyond that, you now have got to become self-educated. One way to learn is from your own experiences. But another way to learn is from other people's experiences. See, one book might save you 5 years if you read it. Did you know there's books on how to be stronger, more decisive, be a speaker, be a leader, have a better effect on other people, develop your personality? Did you know there's books on that? Did you know that hundreds of successful people have written their stories in books and they wrote down how they did it and people don't read it? How would you explain that? Now, you don't have to read half the night, but put this in your notes, 30 minutes a day. 30 minutes a day, read something positive, something challenging, something inspirational, something instructional, at least 30 minutes a day. Become a good reader. Now, that's my opinion. Listen to the other lecturers, and listen to me, and make up your own mind. Don't be a follower, be a student. Here's the second way to find out how to change your life. And that's to listen. Get around successful people and listen. Now, you can also learn from unsuccessful people. Take notes on both, negative and positive. Find out what poor people read and don't read it. Right? That's good information. Learn from the negative.
An idea encapsulated in the powerful concept of amor fati, the love of one's fate. Amor fati is not just a philosophical concept, it's a way of living. It's about accepting and even embracing everything that life brings your way, the good and the bad, the joyous and the painful. This acceptance does not imply passive resignation. Rather, it's an active embrace of life in all its fullness, a willingness to see every experience as an integral part of your journey. It's a recognition that every twist and turn, every obstacle and opportunity is a part of the unique tapestry of your life. Understanding and practicing amor fati means shifting our perspective on the events that shape our lives. It involves a radical acceptance of the present, regardless of whether it aligns with our wishes or desires. This acceptance is empowering. It frees us from the endless cycle of desire and disappointment, of constantly striving for something different, something more, something else. It allows us to find peace and joy in the way things are, rather than constantly seeking happiness in the way we think things should be. Embracing your circumstances, whatever they may be, is not about giving up on change or improvement. On the contrary, it's about recognizing that the only real change we can effect is within ourselves, in our attitudes, our perceptions, and our reactions. When we embrace our faith, we empower ourselves to respond to life's challenges with strength, grace, and wisdom. We learn to see every situation as an opportunity for growth and transformation. Amor fati teaches us the value of gratitude. In embracing our fate, we learn to be grateful for the experiences that shape us, even the painful ones. We realize that our struggles are often our greatest teachers, that our hardships can be the catalyst for profound personal development. This gratitude is not superficial. It's a deep, abiding appreciation for the richness and complexity of life. Living with amor fati also means embracing the impermanence of life. It reminds us that everything is transient, our joys, our sorrows, our successes, and our failures. This awareness brings a sense of humility and perspective, a recognition that we are but small players in the grand drama of the universe. It teaches us to hold on to things lightly, to enjoy the present moment without clinging to it, to let go gracefully when the time comes. But perhaps the most beautiful aspect of amor fati is the way it transforms our relationship with ourselves and the world around us. When we embrace our faith, we and compassion to others, recognizing that like us, they too are navigating the complexities of fate. We develop a sense of connectedness, a realization that we are all part of the same intricate web, finding beauty and meaning in the life you have been given. It's about saying yes to life in all its forms, about making peace with the past, engaging fully with the present, and facing the future with courage and optimism. It's a crucial step in the journey towards slow living, a journey that encourages us to live deeply, thoughtfully, and authentically. Lesson 4. The value of leisure. Rest is not idleness, and to lie sometimes on the grass under trees on a summer's day, listening to the murmur of the water or watching the clouds float across the sky is by no means a waste of time. John Lubbock. In a culture that often equates busyness with importance and productivity with worth, it's crucial to revisit and understand the true role of leisure in our lives. Leisure, in its purest form, is an essential aspect of human existence, a vital counterbalance to the demands of work and the stresses of daily life. Leisure is often misunderstood and, unfortunately, frequently conflated with laziness. This misconception stems from a societal narrative that glorifies constant activity and productivity at the expense of rest and relaxation. However, leisure and laziness are fundamentally different. Laziness is characterized by an unwillingness to act or use energy, often leading to stagnation and a sense of dissatisfaction. Leisure, on the other hand, is a conscious choice to engage in restful activities that rejuvenate and enrich our minds and bodies. It is an active pursuit, embracing patience. Adopt the pace of nature. Her secret is patience. Ralph Waldo Emerson. In a world increasing, this could be as simple as standing in the longer line at the grocery store, taking the slower route to work, or refraining from using technology shortcuts. These small acts of patience can strengthen our ability to handle bigger. As we continue our journey through the principles of slow living, let us carry with us the wisdom of patience, the understanding that good things often take time and that there is much to be learned and appreciated. Lesson 6. Living in the present moment. Realize deeply that the present moment is all you ever have. Make the now the primary focus of your life. Eckhart Tolle. Listings we are thankful for can significantly enhance our awareness and appreciation of the present. In addition, reducing distractions is crucial in our attempt to live in the present. Everyday activities can transform mundane tasks into opportunities for presence. Simple activities like washing dishes, taking a shower, or driving can become exercises in mindfulness if we focus on the sensations and experiences associated with these activities. For instance, feeling the warmth of the water, the texture of the soap, or the movement of our hands as we wash dishes can anchor us in the present moment. In the present, creating a rhythm and a sense of stability amidst the chaos of life. These rituals, whether as simple as a morning cup,
When I was a kid, I asked my mum if I was going to die. One day, she said, "Why do I have to die? That's just the way things are." She didn't try to comfort me or lie to me, because no one knows why. It's just the way things are. This is why I was so important. Genuine authenticity and connection. Right, like so put me in myself and put me on a fucking camera and I'll fuck just as good. That's it. Like, that was so happy. Every once in a while, I'll remember that I'm going to die. What I find insane is the fact that I forget. Sometimes it will hit me as a sinking feeling in my stomach, reminding me that I don't wake up every morning forever, and other times, it sends me into panic. I really realise what that means. I remember staring at my girl one night at 2 a.m. in the morning. She was asleep and I was trying to keep myself calm. It really hit me that one day, we'll never talk to each other again. No more good days, no more bad days, no more holding each other and spending time together. No more stress or laughing, no more trees. No more brushing my teeth. No more cold mornings. No more hot summers. No more music, or movies, or experiences, or embarrassment. No more awkward interactions where someone holds the door open for you, but there's 2 doors, so they've held the door open for you twice, and you wonder to yourself whether saying thank you the first time was enough, or you should say it for the second time just in case you don't seem polite. Just nothing. I put my arms around her and held her tighter than I ever had, like it was the last time I was ever going to see her again. My mind started to think of ways I could avoid this like every other problem in my life. There must be a way out of it. Maybe Elon will invent a way to increase lifespan by the time I'm older. Maybe I can freeze my body and hope that someone figures out mortality in the future. But the thing is, I can't solve this.
It's way darker this time.
Everyone knows they're going to die, but not everyone lives like it. And I think it's because we kind of don't believe we will. Our brains operate based on what we experience. And we keep waking up every day, so it feels like it won't end. If people actually live like they were going to die, they stop caring about the pointless opinions of others, whether they look cool or stupid. All of a sudden, sitting scrolling TikTok becomes a lot more consequential. They wouldn't put off that trip to America and would just go ask the girl they like out. They stop waiting for a future version of themselves to come and save them. But we don't. We can sort that out later. And I'm not some sort of self-improvement guru. I'm not saying that because you're going to die, you have to work your arse off. I'm also saying you should party harder, laugh more, try more things. If you enjoy playing Minecraft with your friends, then be present and enjoy it. Just make sure you're not wasting your life for something you don't actually care about. I had this realization when I was in Paris recently, that life is like a holiday. And I know that sounds corny as hell, but it's the second analogy to just hear me out. When we go away, we arrive and we're tired, so we relax. We still have the whole week left to enjoy it, and we have time. We'll get around to seeing everything, but right now we're tired on the flight, so we'd rather just chill in the hotel. This is like being in your teens or 20s. You have all these things you want to do and sleep. You have all the time in the world to do it, so you put it off. And we tell ourselves, when we have the right amount of time or money, when we're finally successful, when we're in a relationship, when we're finally single, then I'll do it. A few more days, and you've done some stuff, but not as much as you thought you would have. But you're still only halfway through. You can fit it all in. But the thought that you have to go back starts to dawn on you. So you start to take it all in a little bit more.
Not in any book you were allowed to read. A hidden flaw, or maybe a hidden design. You think you're tired, then you're burned out, distracted, overwhelmed. What if I told you that none of it is real? That fatigue is not a wall, but a trick. That your environment isn't neutral. It's a trap. That what you call focus is just the training wheels of a much darker state of mind you were never meant to access. This isn't motivation. It's a door into the parts of your brain that have been dormant for years. And a warning, once you walk through it, you won't come back the same. You'll start seeing patterns others don't. You'll work when others collapse. You'll think in ways that make you dangerous. And the ones who used to seem smarter, faster, more gifted, they'll start looking slow. Because this isn't about doing more. It's about becoming someone else entirely. Part 1. Understand the myth of cognitive fatigue. You've been living under a lie so deeply embedded into your mind. You mistake it for truth. You were taught that fatigue is your mind's natural limit. That the moment you start to feel tired, lose focus, or crave distraction, it means you're depleted. This is false. It is one of the most dangerous psychological traps ever installed into the human brain. And until you dismantle it, you will never access your true intelligence. You will always remain a pawn to your own biology. Listen carefully. Mental fatigue is not a lack of fuel. It's an illusion. A defensive hallucination created by your own brain to conserve energy, not to protect your potential, but to limit it. Your brain evolved for survival, not for dominance. Its priority is not to make you a genius. It's to keep you alive with the least effort possible. The moment a task feels uncomfortable, the brain triggers defensive mechanisms. Drowsiness, restlessness, craving for dopamine, social media, sugar, mindless entertainment. Self-sabotaging thoughts like, maybe I'm not smart enough. These are not signs of true exhaustion. They are signals from an outdated operating system that fears sustained effort. Why? Because historically, burning too much energy could mean death. In the ancient world, wasting energy unnecessarily could leave you vulnerable, hungry, exposed, easy prey. But today, you are not fighting saber-toothed predators. You are fighting for influence, mastery, and psychological power, and that same defensive wiring is killing your evolution. The real nature of cognitive fatigue. Science has already exposed the truth. Studies on cognitive fatigue reveal something astonishing. When people report feeling mentally exhausted, their brains still have abundant reserves of focus, memory, and cognitive power. The fatigue is psychological, not physiological. It's an emotion, not a real physical limit. Think about it. How often have you felt too tired to work, but suddenly became alert when something exciting, pleasurable, or urgent appeared? Your brain didn't magically refill itself. It was never truly empty. It simply overrode the fatigue illusion because it decided the new stimulus was worth the energy cost. Fatigue is not a wall. It's a negotiation. And those who master their mind, they stop negotiating. They dominate. Why geniuses are not who you think they are. When you think of geniuses, you imagine effortless brilliance. What you don't see is that true long-term genius, the kind that reshapes industries, rewrites history, transforms humanity, is rarely a product of smarter biology. It's the product of individuals who broke through fatigue, who learned to push when others surrender, who recognized that their first feelings of tiredness were not signals to stop, but thresholds to cross. Beyond fatigue lies real power. Ordinary people turn back at the first signs of discomfort. They say, I deserve a break. I'll do better tomorrow. I'm just burned out. And they call that self-care. But the mind that will outlast them, the mind that becomes legendary, sees fatigue as the first checkpoint. When others run from it, you lean into it. The hidden second wind. Dark energy activation. There is a second mind waiting beneath your normal consciousness. It does not emerge easily.
It is buried under layers of comfort-seeking, energy-saving instincts. But once you resist the fake fatigue, once you refuse the easy exit, a shift happens. A chemical storm inside your brain, neural adrenaline, dopamine redirection. The mind begins feeding itself energy, sharpening itself under pressure. What once felt impossible becomes automatic. You enter a darker, more dangerous mode of cognition. Hyperfocus, ruthless analysis, relentless problem solving. You stop forcing your mind to work. It works through you. And this transformation terrifies those who have never touched it, because it reveals just how much potential they've abandoned. The law of mental inversion. Here's the forbidden law. The real mind is born after fatigue. Every real breakthrough, mental, physical, creative, strategic, happens
look at what